Did you know since 2021, Texas has been paying you, the Texas taxpayer, has been paying for illegal aliens' defense funds. You have been funding the defense of illegal aliens. In just roughly a year and a half, January 2024 through August 2025, upwards of $30 million of your dollars was going to illegals' representation. And I gotta ask, is that ever gonna stop? Well, I think we have an answer. Buckle up. Welcome back to Come and Take It. Those of you who have not yet subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're watching here on YouTube. And if you're listening on audio podcast, welcome. We love it if you come over and watch on YouTube. But if audio is the only way we got you, then please make sure that you subscribe, rate, and review the show wherever you're at. It will help us in the algorithm, which we all know is stacked against conservatives. Leave us a comment if you're on YouTube as well. So want to go through several major wins when it comes to at the border or illegal immigration. Number one, as I just mentioned, Texans are still paying for illegals' attorneys, defense attorneys, due to this emergency court order issued in August 2021, way back when Texas created Operation Lone Star, which was, of course, an operation to try to get all of these illegal aliens the heck out of the state, because we knew that the Biden administration wasn't going to help us out at all. And in fact, of course, we watched them make it more difficult for us to patrol and police our own border. And so we had this emergency court order that was issued all the way back in August 2021. And what you may not realize, what I didn't realize, what snuck past me that I just realized in this exclusive from Texas Scorecard is that from January 2024 to the end of August 2025, there was an allotment that was given through the Texas Indigent Defense Commission that was awarded to the Lone Star Defender's Office. Now, this is a nonprofit organization that works with the TIDC. And this office received a taxpayer-funded grant of $30 million. $30 million of your taxpayer dollars.
Where's my money?
To provide defense attorneys for Operation Lone Star Defendants. Now, what do we know about Operation Lone Star Defendants? They're all illegal criminals. How do you know that? Well, they walked onto our soil and shouldn't have been here, which makes them a criminal. So they are all illegal criminals. $30 million. Then TIDC upped the grant in July 2024 to more than $37 million of your tax dollars to fund illegal aliens' criminal defense. That's nuts, guys. Now, at the time that all of this happened, that this emergency court order took place, it was the then Texas Supreme Court Chief Justice Nathan Hecht that justified this as necessary, he said, to protect the defendant's constitutional right to counsel. Now, listen, I understand and obviously very much respect the Constitution. I love this country. I love our founding documents. I love our founding principles. I love our founding fathers. But you just look at how far we extend that to. We really have to give illegal aliens a right to taxpayer money. That's a constitutional right.
That's insane. That's insane.
You come here illegally and you get rewarded for it. That just seems bonkers crazy to me. All right. But the good news is now that President Trump is taking action and actually helping states remove illegals rather than trying to make the problem worse for all of us. Imagine that. Isn't that such a crazy, wow, what a nifty idea. The president of the United States, under his executive authority, is actually helping Texas police the border, is actually helping Texas get rid of all of the illegals who shouldn't be here. Isn't that crazy? What? Golly, if only we could have thought of something like that sooner. And so now you have President Trump actually not fighting us, the federal government not fighting our state in removing these people. And since that has happened, Texas's new Supreme Court Chief Justice's office said that the Chief Justice does not anticipate an ongoing need for the Supreme Court's intervention after the current order expires, which is set to end now May 1st. So there is an end in sight to all of your dollars going to add insult to injury. It's like, okay, I already don't like it that these illegals are even here. I already don't like it that Joe Biden ushered in millions upon millions upon millions. I mean, they claim the number is 11 million. We know that it's probably closer to 20 million. And I feel like that is even a conservative estimate. They've said that there were 11 million illegals in our country for decades now. And Joe Biden, we saw, just literally opened the floodgates. So it obviously, this is a good thing. Finally, we are ending the taxpayer handouts to all of these people who shouldn't be here. My personal opinion, though, is it should have never happened to begin with. Texas taxpayers, you, the law-abiding Texas citizen, should never have been on the hook for all of these people who came into our country, who did it the wrong way, who wanted to leech off of all of our welfare systems, and who, again, was allowed a defense attorney paid for by you. That just rubs me the wrong way. But good news. It is ending. The slush fund is ending. It's running out. The well is dry, guys. You're going to have to figure something else out. Now, more good news when it comes to the border and illegal immigration. Dozens of suspected Tren de Aragua, you like that? That's the Gonzales coming out. Gang members were arrested last week outside of Austin. So this was 47 people were taken into custody outside of Austin. Now, you guys are going to be shocked to hear this. There were narcotics involved as well, and law enforcement seized those because, criminal's gonna criminal. How could you possibly expect an illegal to follow the law when they already broke the law? Their first interaction on United States soil was to break the law. Can you really be shocked when they come in and do things like traffic narcotics? We're setting them up to disobey our laws, and we're coddling them for it. Well, that's not happening anymore. We were doing those things. We ain't anymore. And so, it's almost like all of these people illegally crossing the border into our country aren't just innocent people in search of a better life. It's almost like the way to do it is to have an orderly, secure system where we're vetting people so we aren't letting in Venezuelan gang members to come into a city near you and traffic narcotics to innocent Americans. It's almost like that was a really bad idea. And now we have a better one. So thank you, President Trump, for designating this organization a foreign terrorist organization, because remember, Venezuela was like emptying their prisons. Joe Biden said America's open. Why don't you guys just go here? I'm unlocking the gate. I'm going to open it. America is that away. So whatever happens after that, I don't know what to tell you, but good luck to you. Tell Joe Biden hello. Maybe just go there. And so you had all of these really terrible people from Venezuela, gang members, murderers, all sorts of awful people that we would not actually want here. And they were just coming right here. So 47 of them, at least, have been taken up and will no longer harm the state of Texas. Now that, it's just, again, as I go through these stories, I feel like it's worth repeating. Now that Texas has a partner in the federal government, right? The federal government is now working as our partner, actually helping us. We're taking the trash out. That's what we're doing. Remember, even though, I'm sorry, wait, hold on a second. Martha Raddatz told me that there were no Venezuelan gangs that were taking over American cities, perhaps taking over apartment complexes. I was told that that wasn't happening because we were just all imagining that there were Venezuelan gang members that were, coming into our country and wreaking havoc among our citizens. Or, oh, no, wait. Then she admitted that there was one apartment complex that was taken over, but that's just one. I mean, come on. Can you give me another one? Well, Martha, this is the United States of America, and we should have 0 cities that are taken over by Venezuelan gangs. That's kind of the whole point of borders. That's the whole point of this thing, is that we get to police who comes in and out. So that trash is taken out. Much more to be done, but you know what? We'll take the wins where we can get them, right?
What are the important things out there in Texas politics and Texas news that matter to you, and what can you do about it? That's what we want to bring you with the Luke Messia Show on a weekly basis for 20 to 30 minutes. That way you can get the information and go do something for the rest of your week. I look forward to coming to you every Wednesday.
And so one more for you here. Number 3, Texas lawmaker proposes sending illegal alien inmates to El Salvador prison. This is so epic. This is freshman state representative David Lowe, who sent a letter to Governor Greg Abbott this week asking him to consider actually sending these illegals directly to El Salvador, which, by the way, hat tip to you, Representative Lowe, very based, actually. So he said in his letter, as of February 28th, 2025, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice reported 12,164 inmates claiming a foreign place of birth. Of those, 5,870 have been identified by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement as being in the United States illegally. And so when he goes on to talk about how many of these inmates are serving life without parole. There's 101 of them. And the cost to incarcerate these people, when you think about the fact that they are serving life without parole, we have to pay for them to be here until they die. And he says his argument, which I think is a correct argument, that this places a significant and ongoing burden on the state's correctional system. So these figures kind of blow my mind here. So according to the Legislative Budget Board, the daily cost of incarcerating an inmate in Texas is $86.50. And so when it's applied to eligible foreign-born inmates, that cost, when you add it up, it's more than $191 million yearly. So Texas is paying more than $191 million yearly, but the federal government only reimbursed Texas about $11 million last year. So that was 6% of the actual cost that we are taking on. Remember, we didn't ask for it. We were trying to keep the border closed. They said, no, we're going to let them in, and then they're going to commit crimes, and then you're going to pay for them to stay in jail, in prison for the rest of their lives for the awful crimes that they committed in your state, even though you didn't want them there. So why should that be our problem to make up the difference? Why should Texans have to pay millions upon millions of dollars because the treasonous Biden administration fought us to let these people in? This is 100% a reasonable ask on behalf of Representative Lowe. So he is requesting that the state evaluate the legal and diplomatic logistics of transferring inmates to CCOT to finish their sentences. That is, of course, the El Salvador. That's like the hangout for all the bad people that this country is sending. It's just been incredible watching the president of El Salvador and our president make this agreement. And he's like, this is max security facility. We don't screw around. This is like where the worst of the worst people go. We will keep them under lock and key. We will do it with a smile on our faces. We are happy to provide this agreement with the president of the United States of America. You know, the old saying was like, send us your hungry and your poor. And El Salvador is like, send us all of your terrible people. Send us your murderers. Send us your rapists. Send us the worst people you can think of. Send them to us and we will handle it. And handle it they have so far. So listen, I'm just saying, I don't know if you guys have seen these ASMR videos that the Trump administration, the White House, has been putting out with these deportations. If Texas can get in on these ASMR videos, and we can just do these videos of all of these illegals being shackled, being walked. You hear the hum of the airplane engine. You listen to the shackles clank around as they're walking into the airplane, going to take their final flight out of this country over to El Salvador, where we will never see them again. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Well, bye.
It's been real. It's not been fun. It's been real. And by the way, don't come back. We don't want you here. So I am in huge favor of this this request by Representative David Lowe. I do hope that the governor will consider it. I mean, at least just talk to the president of El Salvador, right? Just pick up the phone and see what he has to say. Might be easier than we think. And I am excited about this state when it comes to getting all of the illegals out of here, actually working towards a totally secure border with the Trump administration actually helping us. And Texas, we are a-changin', all right? Capitalize on the progress. This is good news. I love giving you guys good news when we can. This is good news. Capitalize on the progress, and let's get all of these illegal criminals out of our state. Happy to bring you guys good news. We'll keep an eye out for the rest of the news trickling out this week, and we will bring you the latest and the greatest next time on Come and Take It.
Be sure to subscribe to Texas Scorecard on YouTube and click that bell to ensure you're a real Texan. If you liked this video and want to see more citizen-driven journalism, be sure to click like and go to TexasScorecard.com to read about all things Texas. Texas Scorecard, real news for real Texans.